Good morning. This is the Oxford AQA English as a Second Language Speaking Test 9280. Candidate name Jihan Ayman, candidate number 002. Part 1, Card A. Jihan, what can I see in the photo?
In this photograph, I can see a woman sitting down on a bench at a basketball court.
Yeah.
I can see that the woman is holding the basketball, reflecting probably the game that she played.
Yes.
However, based on her expression on her face, I can see that she's not so pleased. She could be reflecting whether this or indecisive about whether this is the right sport for her to play. As for behind her, I could see a man coming up. Probably he played the basketball game with her, and he also seems aware that she's upset. Something is wrong. He's probably going to comfort her. As for the background, I can see that it is a very modern area, as there are large or tall, actually, buildings. And I can also see that there's a bunch of palm trees. So I'm assuming that this is a modern basketball court, as usually the backgrounds that face these basketball courts are modern areas.
I understand. Would you like to take part in sport or watch sport?
As for taking part in sport, I enjoy taking part in my local clubs. I've tried practically every single sport in my club, whether it's tennis, football, swimming, kung fu. I tried it all. I enjoyed it entirely. As for where I like to watch sport, honestly, if I have the chance, I enjoy watching it in the stadium. To elaborate, it's a lot more exhilarating in the field. All the intensity and the suspense of it all is incredible. And I honestly only have went to the stadium once. However, I would like to go and revisit it again.
Tell me about a time when you have played or watched a sport and, as you just mentioned, enjoyed very much.
2 years ago, it was my first stadium experience. Um, it was actually in Emirates. And my father lives in Emirates, so he had the opportunity to get me and my mother tickets. I've got to say, my heart stopped beating once he told me that he got tickets at last. I've been wanting to go to a match for ever since I could remember, because football is practically in our blood at this point. As Arabs, I feel like we not only watch football for entertainment, but we take it as a form of pride. So I was very I was very proud to be for my country to be representing such an important match.
Wonderful. What are the benefits of being active in general?
Well, there are plenty of benefits of being active, but in my personal opinion, I feel like there's practically two main points of being active. For instance, you could avoid receiving or getting dangerous diseases. For instance, chronic diseases, cardiovascular diseases, obesity, diabetes. And due to the fact that these diseases are so common nowadays, it almost seems as if it's genetic. And it's honestly very saddening to see many people that I adore, many people that mean the world to me, getting such harmful diseases easily just because they are not taking care of themselves. There is also a way where you can build muscles, because practically almost every single task we do somewhat needs some physical strength.
Definitely.
For instance, if you're helping your mother with groceries, carrying heavy items, you need to have a bit of physical strength you can handle doing such tasks.
Yeah, that is definitely right. And what do you personally do to be active or to keep active? Thank you very much, Jihan. This is the end of part 1. Now let's move to part 2. Theme 2. Local, national, international, global areas of interest. Jihan, where have you been on holiday recently?
Well, as I mentioned in the first part, I go to Emirates frequently.
Yeah.
Um,
Was the
but
holiday?
it is. Well, since my father lives there, we have to visit him every once in a while. So every chance I get, I have to go visit him.
Yeah.
Once school is off, for 2 weeks or maybe less.
What did you do last time?
Last time, this right in front of my house, or where my father's house actually, there's actually a beautiful beach.
Yeah.
And something peculiar about that beach is that the water is actually warm, not cold.
Not cold. Not even in winter.
It's incredibly hot, just like a sauna. So it was very interesting to experience such an odd beach. We also like to enjoy peculiar as well cafes or different desserts, trendy desserts, for example. Last time we tried a molten cake that was incredibly heavy. However, I enjoyed it a lot because I'm a sweet tooth.
Wow. Wonderful. What is your dream or your ideal holiday?
My
Where?
dream holiday, honestly, has to be the Maldives.
Maldives.
Yes. Everyone has practically always talked about the Maldives. Well, to elaborate, it's a beautiful location with crystal clear water, and the beach is practically empty. I feel like it's not a very crowded area as the other beaches. There is also traditional holiday homes that consist of wooden homes with straws as a roof, which is actually by the shore. Right by the shore. You could practically get out of the house and have the water beneath your feet. And honestly, that's a dream for me to have, as I adore the ocean.
That makes two of us. What are the benefits of traveling in your perspective?
In my personal perspective, I believe that traveling has loads of different benefits, both mentally and physically. Mentally, you get to relax, loosen up, and forget about all the troubles and of reality.
Homework?
And you get to basically live a whole different world for just a little while. As for physically, obviously you get to carry a whole bunch of heavy suitcases, and the journey is incredibly vast, and you practically have to handle it all, especially the parents. The parents obviously are the ones that carry the suitcases, take care of their children, have to do all the paperwork, and the children just get to enjoy it all. So now that I'm getting older, I am now realizing that I was basically not really realizing or how serious or how tiring traveling is, because I used to just lazily do nothing as a child.
Now let's move to part 2, theme 3. You've just described your ideal holiday. Now you get to describe your ideal job.
My ideal job has to consist of something I am passionate about.
Like what?
For instance, English. I know it might seem a cliche because obviously we're doing a speaking exam right now, but no, I do enjoy English with all my heart. Ever since I was a child, I've enjoyed reading and writing. So I'm hoping to go into a faculty or a field that consists of that English subject. For instance, whether it's writing or teaching, I would prefer for me to be in that faculty.
Writing or teaching?
Yes.
And they're two totally different things.
Yes. I will hopefully try to balance it out, as there are both things I'm incredibly passionate about. In my personal perspective, I find it basically torture if someone doesn't go for a job that they're passionate about. Doing something you don't love for the rest of your life is honestly mentally challenging. And I would never imagine myself doing such a horrid move by working for something I'm not passionate about, something I don't love. And I don't want that to happen whatsoever for anyone, actually, not just for myself.
What are you planning to do in the coming few years in order to achieve this goal?
Well, in the coming few years, as I'm currently in year 10, I am trying my absolute best to sort of take part in O levels that have to do with my faculty. I'm willing to go for the faculty of English Literature and Humanities in college. So I'm trying my best to take O levels like English Literature, Humanities, Sociology, something to do with my field. Additionally, I'm trying my best to look for extracurriculars that also have to do with my field. For instance, whether it's writing competitions or reading clubs, I try my absolute best to take part in anything that has to do with my field.
Thank you very much, Jihan. This is the end of part 2, end of exam.